Stop chasing money. Seriously. Stop it. Chasing creates distance. It activates the nervous system's lack frequency. It tells the universe, I don't have this. But what if I told you that the wealth you're hunting is actually hunting you? Right now, as you watch this, there is a financial reality where you are debt-free, abundant, and free. It exists in the quantum field. The only thing separating you from it is your daily routine. Most people wake up and immediately check their bank account, confirming their poverty. The wealthy, they wake up and create their bank account before their feet hit the floor. Today, we are going to rewire your subconscious mind to become a magnet for money. While you listen, and in the few minutes you are here, give us your undivided attention. Stay until the end, because the last technique changes everything. Let's start with the uncomfortable truth. You are not broke because of the economy. You are not broke because of your boss. You are broke because of a loop playing in your subconscious mind. Science tells us 95% of our day is run by the subconscious. It's an autopilot. And for most people, that autopilot was programmed before age 7. You heard things like, money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are greedy. We can't afford that. These aren't just phrases. They are code. They became your financial thermostat. If your thermostat is set to survival, and you suddenly make $10,000, your subconscious will find a way to spend it, lose it, or sabotage it to get you back to survival. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. And right now, your daily routine is reinforcing the broke identity. You wake up. Cortisol spikes. You check social media. You react to the world. You are a victim of circumstance before you even brush your teeth. We have to hack the theta state. Here is the neuroscience of manifestation. When you are fully awake, you are in beta. High alert. Logic. The guard at the gate. In beta, if you say, I am rich, your brain laughs. Look at your overdraft fees, liar. But there is a window. A golden hour. Right before you fall asleep, and right as you wake up, your brain shifts into theta waves, 4 to 8 Hz. In theta, the guard at the gate goes on a coffee break. The critical faculty is bypassed. You have direct access to the subconscious hard drive. This is the state of hypnosis. This is where you can rewrite the code. Most people waste this state worrying about the day ahead. We are going to use this state to install a wealth operating system. You have roughly 20 minutes upon waking where you are still suggestible. If you miss this window, you have to fight your own programming all day. If you use this window, the universe rearranges itself for you. This is the magnet protocol. Do not get out of bed. Do not check your phone. Keep your eyes closed. Before you move a muscle, flood your brain with dopamine and serotonin. Gratitude is the highest frequency of receiving. You cannot be fearful and grateful simultaneously. Say internally, thank you, Lord, for the bed. Thank you, Lord, for the breath. Thank you, Lord, for the money that is already on its way to me. Asterisk. Feel it. The feeling is the prayer. The words are just the wrapper. Now, you construct the reality. Neville Goddard called this living in the end. Don't visualize wanting the money. Visualize having it. See the specific number in your bank account. Feel the texture of the steering wheel of the car. Smell the air in the house. Crucial rule: if you visualize and feel excited, that implies it's new and unusual. You must feel normalcy. Boredom. Of course this is mine. It's always been mine. Stay in this scene until it feels more real than your bedroom. Step 3. The affirmation imprint. Now, the guard is fully down. Speak the new code. I am a magnet for money. Money loves me. Wealth flows to me from expected and unexpected sources. I release all resistance to abundance. Say them with asterisk authority star. Not begging. Commanding. You are the CEO of the universe giving an order. You can see this as commanding the morning. Right before you open your eyes, do this. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Squeeze your fists. Say, "It is done." Exhale sharply. Open your eyes. You have just collapsed the wave function. You have selected the timeline. You cannot win the morning if you lost the night. Your subconscious works on the last dominant thought you had before sleep. If you fall asleep scrolling TikTok or worrying about bills, you marinate in lack for 8 hours. The reverse protocol. 1. No screens 30 minutes prior. Blue light keeps you in beta. 2. The evidence journal. Write down 3 things that went well today financially. Even if it's I found a penny or I had a coffee. Train the brain to spot abundance. 3. The sleep tape. Record your own voice saying the affirmations. Play it on loop as you drift off. You are programming yourself while you dream. You'll do this for 3 days. You'll feel great. Then, nothing happens. You'll think, this is fake. This is the lag time. Physical reality is just a 3D printout of your past thoughts. There is a delay. If you dig up the seed every day to check if it's growing, it dies. You must persist in the assumption. The biggest leak in your bucket? Talking about it. Don't tell your broke friends you're doing this. Their doubt will infect your field. Move in silence. Let the results make the noise. And if a negative thought comes? Cancel. Clear. Delete. Immediately replace it. Do not argue with the thought. Just switch the channel. You have the blueprint, the science, the routine. The only variable left is you. I challenge you. 7 days. No phone first. Theta state programming. Become the magnet. If this shifted something in you, smash that subscribe button. We are building a legion of wealthy souls here. Comment I am a magnet below to seal the deal. What if the most important money habit wasn't something you did in the morning alone, but something you did right before bed? Because while most people end their day replaying stress, bills, bad news, and everything they don't have, a small number of people are quietly programming their mind, their energy, and their systems to pull money toward them while they sleep. Not by magic, not by luck, but by understanding one powerful truth. Your mind works all night long, and if your habits are set up correctly, your money can too. So if you want to become the kind of person who starts attracting opportunities, income, ideas, and wealth before you even open your eyes in the morning, then this video is for you. Because tonight, before your head hits the pillow, you may be one routine away from changing your financial future. Let's get one thing clear first. Becoming a magnet for money does not mean cash magically falls from the sky while you sleep. It means you train your subconscious, your decisions, and your financial systems to work in your favor, even when you're not actively thinking about them. Money is attracted to people who are aligned. People whose thoughts, habits, confidence, and actions all point in the same direction. And the hours before sleep? That's when your mind is most suggestible, most open, most programmable. In other words, the last thoughts you think at night can quietly shape the life you wake up to. So let's talk about exactly how to use that window to become a magnet for money before you wake up. Most people don't realize this, but the mind doesn't simply switch off when the body goes to sleep. Your subconscious keeps processing. It keeps sorting. It keeps reinforcing whatever emotional patterns you fed it before bed. So if your final thoughts sound like this: I'm behind, I'll never get ahead, money is hard, I'm stuck, Nothing works for me. Then your brain spends the night marinating in scarcity. And when you wake up, you don't just feel tired. You feel heavy, uninspired, defeated before the day even begins. But imagine replacing those thoughts with, money is responding to the person I'm becoming. I notice opportunities more and more every day. I am building wealth with intention. My mind is learning how to create, keep, and multiply money. Now you're not begging life for scraps. You're training your mind to expect expansion. And expectation changes behavior. It changes what you notice, what you apply for, what you ask for, what risks you take, what ideas you trust, and what you believe you deserve. That's why becoming a magnet for money starts before sleep. Because the mind you fall asleep with is often the mind you wake up living from. If you want different financial results, don't just change your goals. Change your final 10 minutes before bed. Most people end their night scrolling through negativity, gossip, fear-based headlines, or content that makes them feel behind in life. And then they wonder why they wake up anxious. Your last 10 minutes are not small. They are sacred. Because whatever enters your mind in that window tends to sink deeper. So here's the first shift. Stop ending your day in emotional chaos. Instead, create a short money magnet ritual. It can be simple. Sit in silence for 1 minute. Take a deep breath. And ask yourself, what would the wealthiest version of me think about right now? Not the richest person on social media. Not someone pretending online. The real, calm, abundant, disciplined version of you. Would that version of you panic over every expense? Would that version obsess over lack? Would that version go to sleep feeling powerless? No. That version would think in terms of solutions, growth, leverage, faith, possibility. The goal is not to fake wealth. The goal is to practice the internal state that creates it. Because before money arrives physically, it usually arrives mentally. Here's one of the most underrated ways to become a magnet for money. Ask your brain a powerful question before bed. Your mind loves solving problems, even in the background, even while you sleep. So instead of ending the night with fear, end it with a command. Ask questions like, how can I create more value tomorrow? What income opportunity am I not seeing yet? How can I use my current skills to make more money? What's one smart move that would improve my financial life this week? This matters because the brain follows instructions. If you ask, why am I always broke? Your mind will search for evidence. If you ask, how can I become more resourceful with money? Your mind will search for solutions. Same brain, different direction. A lot of people think becoming wealthy is only about working harder. But often, it starts by thinking better, by asking better, by directing your focus more intentionally. Try this tonight. Write down one money question on paper before bed. Leave it beside your bed. Then sleep. You may not wake up with $1 million answer, but you might wake up with an idea, a sense of clarity, a next step, or a sudden realization you were too distracted to hear before. And sometimes, that's exactly how money starts moving. Now let's talk about visualization. A lot of people misunderstand this. Visualization is not just daydreaming about luxury. It's not lying in bed imagining cars, mansions, and piles of cash while doing nothing in real life. Real visualization is different. It's emotionally rehearsing the identity of someone who handles money well. So before sleep, don't just picture money. Picture yourself becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts it. See yourself waking up focused, managing money calmly, making smart decisions, speaking with confidence, creating value, closing opportunities, saving consistently. investing wisely, receiving income without guilt, handling larger amounts of money responsibly. Feel the emotional tone of that version of you. Not desperate, not chaotic, not needy, calm, clear, capable. That's what creates magnetism. Because money doesn't stay where there is panic. It flows more easily toward structure, confidence, and value. Think about it. If two people receive the same opportunity, the one who believes they can hold it is more likely to act on it. That's why the wealthy identity matters. You are not visualizing fantasy. You are rehearsing familiarity. And the subconscious tends to move you toward what feels familiar. So make wealth feel normal in your mind, before it fully shows up in your life. This next part is simple, but powerful. Practice gratitude before sleep. Not because gratitude alone pays your bills, but because it shifts your emotional frequency from lack to receptivity. Scarcity says, "There's never enough." Gratitude says, "There is already evidence that life is supporting me." And what you focus on emotionally tends to expand psychologically. So every night, write down 3 forms of financial evidence. Not fantasies. Evidence. It could be, I paid my bills this month. I learned a skill that can earn me money. I have internet, a phone, and access to opportunity. I made money before, so I can make money again. I'm becoming more disciplined with spending. I'm noticing where my money leaks are. This may sound small, but it changes something important. It trains your brain to stop seeing yourself as helpless. A helpless person repels action. An empowered person attracts options. Gratitude does not mean settling. It means stabilizing your energy enough to create from strength, not survival. And that makes you more magnetic than you realize. Now here's where this becomes real. If you truly want money to move before you wake up, you need more than mindset. You need systems. Because mindset attracts opportunity, but systems capture it. This is the part many people skip. They want abundance, without automation. They want overflow, without structure. But becoming a magnet for money means setting up life so that value continues moving even when you're offline. That could mean automating savings, automating investments, scheduling content that promotes your business, selling digital products, building an email list, running an online store, creating affiliate links, publishing videos that keep getting views, offering services people can book while you sleep. The goal is simple. Create at least one path where money has a chance to find you, without your constant presence. That's how you stop trading every dollar for a fresh hour of your life. Even if you're starting small, the principle is powerful. Before bed, ask yourself, what have I set up today that can still work for me tonight? Maybe it's a piece of content, a product listing, an investment contribution, a job application, a client proposal, a networking message, a skill you improved. Money loves movement. And when your efforts are structured correctly, that movement continues after midnight. That is one of the most practical forms of becoming a magnet for money before you wake up. One of the deepest reasons people stay stuck financially is because they keep carrying a broke identity into every new day. Not a low bank balance. An identity. There's a difference. A low bank balance is temporary. A broke identity says, this is just who I am. I'm not good with money. I never catch a break. Wealth is for other people. And when that identity goes to sleep with you, it wakes up with you too. So tonight, stop introducing yourself to life as someone who is doomed. Instead, begin practicing a new inner statement. I am learning to hold wealth. I am becoming financially disciplined. I am available for new income. I create value, and value returns to me. I am no longer bonded to scarcity. Say it quietly. Say it consistently. Say it until it stops feeling strange. Because repetition builds identity, and identity drives behavior. When your identity shifts, you stop making money choices from fear. You stop undercharging. You stop procrastinating. You stop ignoring opportunities because they feel too big for you. And that alone can change your future. So if you want to become a magnet for money before you wake up, start with this simple 3-step routine tonight. Step 1. Protect your final thoughts. No fear, no doom scrolling, no scarcity conversation right before sleep. Step 2. Write one powerful money question and one empowering identity statement. Something like, how can I create more value tomorrow? And, I am becoming a person who attracts, keeps, and multiplies money. Step 3. Set up one system that can work while you sleep, even if it's small. A scheduled post, an automatic transfer, a product link, a lesson completed. One action that keeps momentum alive overnight. Because money rarely comes to people who only wish. It moves toward people who prepare. So tonight, before you sleep, ask yourself this. Is my mind attracting wealth? Or rehearsing lack? Because the life you wake up to tomorrow may be shaped by what you believe, repeat, and build tonight. If you start sleeping like a wealthy-minded person, you'll eventually wake up like one too. If this video spoke to you, comment I attract wealth in my sleep below. And subscribe for more videos on money mindset, self-mastery, and building a life that works for you, even when you're not working.